Hello and welcome to Boardgame TV. Hope your day is going good. And we are playing Pathfinder Skull and Shackles. And we are at the beginning of Scenario 3, which is called Tempest Rising. And when we complete this 5 scenarios here, it says each character chooses a role card and gains a power feat. Gain a Class 3 ship feat. And the story for this is the rulers of the Shackles, the notorious pirate council, and their leader, the Hurricane King, have taken notice. No longer just seaborne bandits, you and your crew have made names for yourselves as buccaneers not to be trifled with, but potential doesn't mean worthiness. And there's much to do before the pirate lords bestow their trust. You succeeded on the seas, but in Port Peril, the de facto capital of the Shackles, the stakes are higher, the bounties are bigger, and the price of failure is even greater. And the first scenario for this is shore leave at Port Peril. It says the busiest pirate port in the Shackles. Port Peril is also the seat of the pirate council. Any who would be true pirates in their lands must seek the council's favor. Represented by a letter of marque, elude old enemies, gain the pirate council's respect, and survive a trip ashore. And for this scenario, our villain is this Kalki Tarun. We have fish, pork, and some ruffians as the henchmen. And our rules for this is when you defeat a barrier, stash a plunder card. When you gain the reward for this scenario, choose a character to summon and encounter the villain, the pirate council. If the pirate council is defeated, you gain the loot letter of marque, and then each character gains a power feat. Okay. As far as our locations, we have the harbor. When you acquire a boon, any one character may move to another location. When closing, choose an open location deck. Shuffle a boon from your hand into that deck. That's probably going to be one of the last ones we close in. On closing, you may give a card to a character at another location. We have the docks. After you explore, you may recharge an ally to immediately explore again. When closing, bury an ally. And it says, when permanent closed, on closing, you may examine the top card of any location deck. If it's a boon, add it to your hand. House of Stolen Kisses. When you acquire an ally, discard a card. When closing, succeed at a Dexterity or Acrobatics 7 check. On closing, add a random card from your discard pile to your hand. We have the Ale House. When you acquire an ally, you may recharge it and draw a card. When closing, summon and defeat the henchman Ruffian. On closing, you may recharge an ally from your discard pile. And we have the Fest Hall. If your check has the swashbuckling trait, add 1d4 to it. When closing, summon and defeat the henchman Buccaneer. On closing, succeed at a Charisma or Diplomacy 8 check to draw 2 random allies from the box. Choose one to add to your hand and return the other. Okay, so we have that Thresher ship that we kind of got last time, so let's figure out where we want to go. I think the harbor is going to be the last place we want to go. I'm going to go where there are a lot of monsters and barriers and stuff, so we're pretty strong. And I think we'll go to the... Let's go to the Ale House. So we'll go to the Ale House. I've already done my blessing. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. The Ale House. And we have Pierce Jarrow. Well, let me see. Alright. Takes 2 to acquire him. I don't have the intelligence or arcane to even attempt to get him. So, yeah, we won't be getting him. Okay. I have Rickety Hawk here. I'm going to discard him, and we're going to explore our location again. And we have a Cannonade. Alright, woo. The difficulty to defeat this barrier increased by the adventure deck number of the current scenario, so it's 3, so it's 13. If defeated, your ship is dealt 2 structural damage. If undefeated, your ship is dealt 1d4 plus 1 structural damage. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to defeat this thing. I do have a blessing. Okay, so we need wisdom, perception, survival. Well, yeah. There is actually no way I don't think there's any way I can. Oh boy, I don't think there's any way I can do that. Alright, let's see. Oh, well, let's see here. I guess that ship wasn't a good one to start with. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, the ship I want to command is the Shackles pirate ship because it has a low craft to repair. So, I think that's going to be our ship. I should have paid more attention to that. Okay, so there's no way I can defeat the cannonade. So, let's go ahead and we'll just go ahead and roll 1d4 plus 1 structural damage. Three, 4, actually going to be 5 structural damage to this thing. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and go again. I think I'm going to play a blessing and just keep exploring. We have, ooh, this thing here. Well, dexterity range 11. There's no way I can get that. So, okay. God, I'm just... Boy, Valeros, boy, you really kind of screwed it up. But I tell you what, we'll play another blessing and we'll keep exploring. And maybe... Okay. We have this guy. He's got a charisma diplomacy 9. There is a possibility of me getting it. I have to roll a perfect 8 to get him. And I did not. So, okay, wow. That was a terrible round. I can honestly say that. So let's go ahead and do our next turn. Raza here. And he will go. And we have this lady here. Okay, dexterity or stealth 7. No, there's no way on earth I can get this person. So, wow. But we're going to play this guy right here. And we're going to keep exploring. Alright, we have Dark Forests, this thing here. Is immune to the mental and poison traits. All damage from is poison. You may succeed at a wisdom or perception check to evade. If undefeated, recharge your hand, return to the top of the location deck it came from. Okay, let's see what we have here. Alright. Well, I may have to succeed at a wisdom perception 10 check to try to evade that thing. I don't have any good spells in my hand to well, hold on. I have a blessing which will allow me to add 2 dice to any check attempted by a character on a ship. This is the blessing. So I know I have Valeros. Okay. He gives me that. If I add 2 dice, that'll be another 2 of these. Then another one. Let me see if we have anything here. 4, 4, 4, 4. That would be a pure 16. I'd have to get all 4s. I do have a +1. Wow. Well, I don't think I'm going to fight it. I'm going to have to, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to try to evade it. I do have the wisdom at D8, and I can still play that blessing and add 2 more dice, so I just need higher than the 10. Okay, we got it. So I can evade that thing. I play the blessing, and I evade it, and it will go back. I have to recharge my hand, and I'll put it back in the deck. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so I've recharged my hand. I've put the monster back in there, and actually recharging my hand was a beneficial thing. And so I got a good hand for next turn. Alright, so Lorraine is going to go. We'll play our blessing. And let's see what we have here. We have Potion of Flying. Well, there's no way. No, he can. Okay, there's no way we can get that. So I will use this Ambrose guy. And we will explore again. And we have another Cannonade. Now, there is a possibility I can do this. However, it's not going to matter because, well, I could discard cards. Alright, so let's see. My ship is damaged, but it's not wrecked. And if I can beat this, which I do have a good wisdom, and I actually have a +2. So this is what I want to do. I'm going to use a blessing and give me 2 die. Okay, that's a 8 + 1 is 9. And let's see, 10, 11. Okay, so I didn't defeat it. I rolled short. I rolled a 1, even with my bonus. That's 3. That's 11. So I'm short. So let's see how much damage this thing has to do. Okay, well, I got lucky that time. It's only 2 damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard 2 cards to not take the damage. Okay, and that's going to be the end of the turn. So we're having a tough time with this. So it's Valeros' turn. Let's see what we have. And we have a henchman. Okay. Combat damage dealt by fish pork is dealt to each character at your location. If the check to defeat has the range trait, subtract 1. Well, it won't. Defeated, you may immediately attempt to close the location this henchman came from. After your act, fish pork deals 1 structural damage to your ship. Okay, so he takes 16 to beat. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our rapier. Gets 4, 7, 10. Did I roll that right? Oh crap, I'm sorry. I was supposed to add another die to it. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we have. 3. I'm rolling terrible, I think. 7, 10, 11. I need 5 more. Luckily I have +4 and the rapier is +1, so we barely hit 16 and do it. Now it does do 1 structural damage. He does do 1 structural damage to me. However, I can discard a card, and I think I will to prevent that structural damage. But we do have to, in order to close this location, what we have to do is summon and defeat the henchman ruffian. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Here's this guy right here. Now he's going to go up because of to 10. I'm going to have to use my cutlass. It does have the swashbuckling trait, so we don't have to bury any card. So let's do this, and then I get a D6. Okay, that's 10 right there. So we defeat him. He's been beaten. This location's been closed. And on closing, you may recharge an ally from your discard pile. Do I have any allies in my discard pile? I do, actually. So I'll recharge him. And then we will move on. Oh boy, I dropped a card. Come on. Oh man, I dropped a card there. Alright, so we will move on. That was a terrible encounter. And Alhazar will go. And let's see where we think we want to go here. How about to House of Stolen Kisses? Let's just move over to House of Stolen Kisses. And let's play the top card of the deck. And we have an Imp. And I have a Charisma Arcane 7. Okay, I got a real good chance of getting him. Well, I didn't. So that's terrible. Boy, I'm rolling horrible. So I didn't get him. However, I think I will play Crimson Cogward, and we're going to explore again. And we have this guy right here. He needs a Charisma Diplomacy 9. Well, I can get him if I roll. Good enough. Okay, I got a perfect 12, so I got him. So he's going to go into my hand, and remember, when you acquire an ally, discard a card. So I think I will discard a card. And I'm going to play another ally, and we're going to keep going. And we have Animate Water. Okay, that's actually, I needed 10. Intelligence. Arcane. Wisdom. Divine. Okay, I have my die at 12. 8. Well, 8 plus 2 is 10, and that is what it takes to get this thing. Alright, so I got the new Animate Water spell. I think I will play a Blessing here. And let's just keep going. And we have Jagged Shoals. Okay. You may recharge any number of allies. For each ally recharged, add 1d4 to your check to defeat this barrier. If undefeated, your ship is dealt 1d4 plus 1 structural damage. Leave this barrier face up on the location deck. Characters' location encounter this barrier as their first exploration each turn. Intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, survival. Okay, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, survival. Okay, I'm going to have to go with wisdom. I'm going to have to play the Blessing of Abadar. And of course, it gives me 2 extra dice. Discard to add 2 dice to any check to defeat a barrier. So I will get 3 d8s, and I need better than an 11. And I got it. So we defeated the Jagged Shoals. Alright, do I want to play a Blessing to keep going? I think I will. I'm going to play this last Blessing, and we're going to keep going. And we have Freezing Spear, and this is Intelligence Arcane 11. Well, there's no way I can get that. So that's just going to have to end the turn. But that was finally a good series of turns. So it's Lorraine's turn. Play that Blessing. Let's draw his cards. Let's see what we get. We have, alright, Cannoneer, monster. All damage a Cannoneer will dealt to you is instead dealt as structural damage to your ship. Before you act, he deals 1d4 minus 1 structural damage to your ship. Jeez. Okay. Alright, well, that's lucky. I rolled a 1. So 1d4, 1 minus 1 is no damage. Whew. Okay, so I need a 17. I don't have anything with a swashbuckling trait. Alright, so I'm going to have to use my toxic blunderbuss to beat this thing. Well, first Valeros, then my ranged dexterity, which is an 8. And then I can do a D10. Reveal this card. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait, no. Recharge this card, add 1d4 and the swashbuckling trait to your combat or dexterity. Well, that's good, because that'll give me a d8 and a 1d4, because now I have the swashbuckling trait. Okay. That's a 6. 6 is 12, plus 5 and 4. So 6 and 6 is 12, plus 5 is 17, plus 1 is 18, and then plus another 3 is 20, and then even with bonuses, so we defeat this guy. Okay, I'm going to discard another ally here, and we're going to explore again. And we have this guy, Intelligence Knowledge 7. Well, I can't do it with that, or Charisma Diplomacy. I can't do it either, so I can't get this guy. And I'm going to play my last ally here. And we will explore again. And there's a monkey! Wisdom Survival 9. Well, I could get it. Actually, 7. And then my wisdom is plus 2, 9. So I do get this guy. I do have to discard a card. So I will discard... the monkey. And you know what? I'm going to discard a blessing, and we're going to explore one more time. And something's not right, because... Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. Alright, before you act, move each character's location. Well, we're already there. You may recharge any number of allies. For each ally recharged, add 1d4 to your check to defeat this barrier. If undefeated, your ship is dealt 1d4 structural damage. Leaves the barrier face up on the location deck. Character's location encountered. Okay, no character may move or be moved from this location. Alright, so, however, I do have a good wisdom perception, so let's go ahead with that. Hope we get lucky. Alright, we got an 11, and we need an 11, so... There we go. Alright, so we got one more card in that. That's got to be the villain. So it's going to be Valeros' turn. or henchman. So let's go ahead and go with him. And here we go. The ruffian. Alright, after you act. Alright, so let's make sure we have a swashbuckling trait. We do. So that's not a problem. So it takes a 10 to beat him. So I'll just use my normal stuff here. Okay, that's easily beaten. Alright, and closing we need to succeed at a dexterity or acrobatics check. 7 check. Okay, well, let's see here. It is a 6. And I'm going to play this blessing I got here. And we got 2 6s. So we succeeded our acrobatics check. Add a random card from your discard pile to your hand. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, it's going to be this blessing. So the blessing that I got to get rid of again. That I got back. Well, that's pretty good. So... Okay, so this location is now closed. And I think that's going to be the end of his turn. So let's see where we want to go now. We have the docks. Or we have the fest hall. Let's go to the docks. We'll go to the docks. Oh, Zara, it's going to be his turn. And let's see what we have. After you explore, you may recharge an ally to immediately explore again. And we have the ruffian. Well, he's the first one. Alright. Well, he'd be 10. I'm going to use my fire blade. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Well, that was a terrible roll. That's 4. Okay, that's another 4. So that's 8. There's 2. That's 9. Plus 1 is 10. So that is enough to beat that ruffian. And now when we close, we have to bury an ally. Well, that kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and bury this guy that I got here. On closing, you may examine the top card of any location. Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll do that. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can recharge our fire blade. 6 plus 2 is 8. We can, so that's good. And I want to see the top card. Wow, that's closed already. I want to see the top card of the Fest Hall. Let's hope it's a boon. It is. So we can add it. I think it was what? And add it to your hand. Okay, so we got the parrot rock gut there when we did add it to our hand. Well, that's pretty good. Alright, that's going to be the end of his turn. So let's go ahead and do another blessing. And let's all go to the Fest Hall. Alright. Let's see what we get here. We have a trident plus 2, strength melee 10. Well, there's no way I can get this. So we'll just go ahead, automatically do that. And let's see here. I think I'm going to recharge this card, this loot card that I got, and I'm going to look at the top card of the location deck. Another one of these. Okay. And I think that'll be it. I think I'm going to end it because Valeros, he's pretty strong. So he might have a chance to get that. So let's go ahead with Valeros. And let's see. We know it's going to be the Seaborn Trident. Let's see if we can get that 11. No. Of course we can't. Okay, well that's the end of his turn. I think I'll play a blessing. Let's go again. Powder keg. Intelligence craft 11. There's no way he can get that. So that'll be the end of his turn. So Al-Hazara will go. Let's see what we have here. Giant jellyfish. All damage dealt by the giant jellyfish is poison. If the check defeat has the piercing or slashing trait, add 1d8 to it. If you do not defeat it by at least 4. Alright. Well, combat 18. We're going to have to go with combat. So let's see what I have. I have the animate water. Okay. We're going to do this. Oh, wait a minute. Well, I'm going to use hydraulic push because this does have the aquatic trait. So I get 2d6 plus my divine plus Valeros is with me. Alright, so I have an 8, 4, 5, and unfortunately a 1. So that's 12. Damn it, that's 12. 17. 18. Plus 2, which is 20. I did not defeat it by at least 4, so I had to go to, it still counts as defeated. However, it has to go to another open location, which is the harbor, so it's going to end up going to the harbor. Let's see if I can do the hydraulic push. I can recharge that, so that's good. And I think I will play this rock gut parrot, and we will keep exploring. Tide Pool Dragon. Okay. Arcane, Divine, Charisma, Diplomacy. Alright, let's see if we can get this. 6. Alright, well, okay. Alright. I will play this blessing, and we're going to explore again. Cannoneer. Here's another monster. Okay. Alright, let's see how much structural damage. Okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. I'm going to get rid of a card. I'm going to actually discard a card to not take damage. I need a 17 to defeat it. Here's my divine. What do I want to do? My divine plus 2d6. Okay, let's do that. Let's do the geyser. Okay, well, that's 12, and 5 is 17, 18, 19. We defeat the Cannoneer. Let's see if I can recharge the geyser. I can. I got an 11. I needed a 10. So that is the end of that turn. Alright, so Lorraine's going to go. Let's get a blessing here. And we have Freezing Spear. Well, there's no way he's going to get that. So that's out of the question. We'll play this Blessing of the Gods, and we're going to keep exploring. Alright, we get this blessing. Constitution, Divine. Well, there's a possibility I can get that. 6, I do get it. So we will take this. And we'll play it. And we'll just keep exploring, because it's got to be the villain. It is the villain. Alright. Alright. Kalki Tartoon. Before you act, he deals 1 poison damage to me. Okay. Well, I'm going to recharge my chain shirt. So to not take that. Alright. If the check to defeat does not have the swashbuckling trait, a random character at your location banishes the top card of his deck. Okay, well luckily I have this blessing, or this loot card. And what it's going to do is reveal this card, add 1 to your Constitution, Fortitude, Wisdom, Survival, or 1d8 to a check while on a ship. I am on the ship. And it has the swashbuckling trait, so that's fine. So I need 18 to defeat him, or a Dexterity Stealth 10. We're gonna do that Dexterity Stealth 10. Because he's a dexterity type guy. So that, and then 2 of those. Oh yeah, okay. So we totally defeated this guy. And on closing, succeed at a Charisma or Diplomacy 8 check to draw 2 random allies from the box. Well, I can't do it with Charisma. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. However, the Fest Hall is closed. We know this guy has gone to the harbor, so let me get that going, and yeah. Okay, so I've laid down our blessing. We're here at the harbor. We know the villain is here, so let's just go ahead and do this. And remember, when you acquire a boon, any one character may move to another location. We're probably not going to do that. So it's just a matter of the villain coming. So it's Valero's turn, and the top card is the Henchman, the Ruffian. Okay. We will go ahead. Well, this looks like it's going to be pretty easy because we will go ahead and fight him. And we do have the swashbuckling trait because I'm using the cutlass. Okay, 6 and 3 is 9. We need a 10. But of course, you know, my strength melee automatically, no problem. So the ruffian has been taken out, and that means we can just go ahead and come across her, which is good because she was the last card in the deck. Now she will deal 1 poison damage to me. We'll use our armor. Alright, and we do have the swashbuckling. So what I'm going to go ahead, it's 18 to defeat her. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use the rapier here. And I may additionally, so I get my strength and 3 die 4. And then just for overkill, I think, I'm going to play this blessing. And add another 1 die. You never know, I've been rolling some crappy rolls. So let's go ahead It just says there's no sure way to end an argument than with a knife between the ribs. Okay, he's a pirate. Okay, we have a 6, a 5, a 3, a 1, a 2, 11, 14, 15, 17, and of course, if you add my strength bonuses to it, we'll have 21. We needed 18, so we have defeated Kalki Tarun. Okay, well that was a little interesting. We kind of started off pretty bad and rough, but we kind of rebounded our way to come back. The problem is now we're on scenario 3. These people are getting harder and harder, and I'm really not getting the weapons I want and stuff I want. I mean, I did get a couple new spells, which was good, but as far as weapons go, I haven't been able to get any, and if I don't get some, it's going to end up catching up to me. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, have fun.